Stop waking up and immediately fighting yourself. You know, some people, you wake up and the first thing you do is fight yourself. Now, I know many of you, you may not be guilty of this, I'm not talking to you. But there's some of us, we wake up and immediately we start fighting ourselves. Yeah. Why do we do that? You think it's like you're waking up for a fresh day, and sometimes we have a pattern, and the first thing we do is we just fight ourselves. So that's what we're going to be talking about this morning on this morning affirmation call. It is the message of today. Stop waking up and immediately fighting yourself. I like to start with a few scriptures, and I'm going to give you 3 scriptures this morning. We will break them down as we are going through this morning. But number 1 is Romans 8:1. Romans 8:1, it says, "There is therefore now no condemnation to them which are in Christ Jesus." Psalms 139:14 says, "I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made." And Limitations, the third scripture is Limitations chapter 3, verse 22 through 23. It says, "It is of the Lord's mercy that we are not consumed, because his compassion fail not. They are new every morning." Now, again, I want to say good morning to everybody who's joining our morning affirmation, where we just come together and we come together with a real positive message for today. Like a real positive, because I want you to go throughout this day, and I want this day to be great and powerful for you. Okay? So say good morning to you again. But before you step into this day, I need you to hear this, okay? Stop waking up and immediately fighting yourself, okay? See, some of you open your eyes, and before your feet even hit the floor, you already at war in your mind. Yeah. You can't be afraid to say this, but this is the truth. Before your feet even hit the ground, you already up judging yourself. Yeah, you wake up with thoughts like, man, I should be further by now. I should be stronger right now. I should be over this by now. You wake up fighting yourself. You say stuff like, oh, I should have more money by now. I should have healed faster by now. I should have figured it out already. Yeah. You even wake up and you be like, I should not be feeling like this. I shouldn't be struggling. And before the day begins, you've already emotionally exhausted yourself. I'm just saying, think about what I'm saying. This is not a good practice. It's not a good practice to wake up fighting yourself, and that's the first thing you do. I'm telling you, it's very exhausting. And it is not a good thing to destroy your day before it starts. I'm just saying. And I'm not trying to say, not because life has, I'm not trying to say life is not lifing. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying your first conversation, you ain't even had a conversation with God yet. The first conversation you wake up is with you and what you don't have and where you should be. And that's the first thing you think about. I'm just saying, you're ruining your day. One of my practices is I read scriptures. I just take a moment with God before I do anything. I train my nervous system. Look, I don't want to do nothing else. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to go to no emails. I don't want to check no text messages. I don't want to check no notifications. The first thing I want to do is I want to see what God got to say to me this morning. Because I don't want to exalt myself. But I'm just saying, sometimes the thing you do in the morning, you wake up and it's shame. You're shaming yourself. You wake up and you reminding yourself of life pressure right away. That's the first thing. You wake up and sometimes you condemning yourself. Oh, you would never be this good and you could never do this, and yeah, you should be here by now. You wake up and it's criticism. Now, I'm not even talking about other people right now. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you. How do you deal with yourself when you wake up in the morning? I'm just saying, some of us, we wake up and we deal with the voice that keeps telling us we're not more than enough. We wake up, the first thing we hear, I'm just telling you this morning, I need you to speak to yourself different. I need you to learn how to speak life. I need you to speak to that. See, many people, they're not going to tell you this. They're not going to tell you what you should be talking to. They're not going to tell you because, they don't know. They don't know. Maybe they don't know your healing journey. Maybe they don't know that you are chosen and that God loves you. Maybe they don't know that it's time for something to change in your life. Maybe they don't know. But I need you to be bold enough to say, look, I'm going to speak to myself differently when I get up in the morning. Because some of you are not tired. You're not just tired from life. No. I'm just going to tell you, I'm going to be the one to tell you the truth. You're not just tired from life. No, that's not what it is. No. You are tired from waking up and attacking the same person God is trying to heal. Every day you wake up and you attack yourself. I'm not enough. First thing you do is like, I should be able to pay these bills by now. I should be able to do this by now. Like, we got to get away from that. I want you to retrain your thinking. You keep trying to fight yourself and you calling it accountability. Now, I get it. I do. I understand why you do this. I get it. I understand. But when you're waking up first in the morning, I don't know about y'all, but if I wake up and the first thing I hear is complaining, my kids, they know, look, I'm not trying to hear no arguing in the morning. I'm not trying to hear no fighting in the morning. If so, you better wait till after an hour or two. You better wait till I get adjusted. I done spent my time with God. I'm on a good flow and I feel good. Because if you come to me with some foolishness in the morning, your day gonna be messed up. Your day gonna be messed up. I'm telling you right now, your day gonna be messed up. I don't even like to wake up, in my first hour of being, I don't like to even read mess. That's why I don't pick up my phone, and if I do, I'm reading the Bible on it. But yeah, you keep fighting yourself and you keep shaming yourself and calling it motivation. I think that we have to readjust what we do when we wake up in the morning. Like, you shame yourself and you call it, that's motivation. That's not motivation. You criticize yourself and you say, this is the discipline that I need. You keep beating yourself down and wondering why your spirit does not have the strength for the day. I'm talking about at what you do in the morning. See, the truth is, you cannot shame yourself into healing. I think that sometimes people have life mixed up. You think that you can literally shame yourself into healing. Yeah, you can't do that. You think that you can criticize yourself into healing. These be real life stories. You say, look, if I talk about myself so bad, some people, you wake up, you may not be in the right shape. This is what you say. You might not be in the right shape. Oh, I'm so fat. You got to get your fat self together. This is ridiculous. And you think waking up in the morning telling yourself you so fat. You think about waking up in the morning telling yourself, look, hey, I'm getting ready to bully myself. I'm about to bully myself into becoming whole. I'm about to hate myself into becoming a person God called me to be. No, that's the wrong mindset to have. I'm sorry. That is the wrong mindset. You can't wake up like that. I'm sorry. I hate to be that person. I don't know who you've been listening to. I don't know who told you that it was a bright idea and it was okay for you to wake up in the morning and for you to hate yourself early in the morning. We're talking about controlling the spirit of your day. How are you gonna get things done? See, this morning, like right now, we are resetting the voice that you wake up with. Last week, we talked about the voices that shape your life. See, these voices are very, very important. I'm just saying. And why we're talking about this right now is because the first voice of your day, if your first voice of the day is shame, your peace is already under attack. Said what I said. If you wake up and the first voice you hear of the day is shame, your peace, I don't care what you say, is already under attack. It is. Yeah, it is. But look, I want you to write this down this morning. I want you to write this down. Do not start your morning fighting the person God is trying to heal. Do not start your morning fighting the person God is trying to heal. Now, I want to start with that Romans 8. Romans 8:1. It says, there is therefore no condemnation to them which are in Christ Jesus, right? Now, I like this scripture because I think it's powerful. Because condemnation, right, is not a voice God wants to lead your life. You know what I mean? Condemnation. God don't want that voice to lead your life. Conviction is the voice. See, conviction can correct you. Wisdom can guide you. Truth can sharpen you. Discipline can help grow you. But condemnation, it literally crushes you. Yeah. Do you know what condemnation is? I'm serious right now. Do you know what it is for somebody to condemn you and say stuff crazy to you and they try to condemn you? Condemnation, it crushes you. Condemnation don't say let's grow. No, that's not what condemnation sounds like. It don't sound like, oh, let's grow. No, condemnation, it says you are terrible. You are a bad person. You become the adjective. Condemnation, it does not say let's learn. Condemnation says you always mess things up. Do you think that's the type of voice that you should be waking up listening to in the morning? Do you think that's the type of agreement you should be making with yourself in the morning? Like you wake up talking about, oh, I always mess things up. No. See, condemnation do not say, it don't say let's heal, let's grow, let's build, let's fix it. No, condemnation says you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. How many times have you woke up and you were looking in your situation and the first thing coming to your mind is you should be ashamed of yourself? That's the wrong voice. That's not the voice that leads you to healing. That's the voice that messes up the spirit of your day. And some of you've been confusing God's correction with your own condemnation. I'm sorry, I have to be him this morning. You've been confusing God's correction with your own condemnation. But God does not have to destroy your identity to develop your character. Write what I'm just saying. Write that. You're going to miss what I'm saying. I don't want you to miss that. I want you to really hear what I just said because that's powerful. God does not have to destroy your identity to develop your character. Listen to what I'm saying. He's God. God does not have to shame you to strengthen you. Did you just hear what I just said? He ain't got to wake up in the morning and wake you up in the morning and say, look here, son, you ain't enough. Look at this. You ridiculous. Look how you living. He don't got to do that to strengthen you. God don't have to make you hate yourself to help you change. No. So why is it that we wake up in the morning with this hate me mentality? Hate what I do, hate where I'm at in life, hate this and I hate this. Why do we wake up with this mentality? Now, we all have been there before. It is what it is. I've been there. And every now and then when I go through certain seasons in my life, sometimes you return there. Let's move along. I want to move along to Psalms 139. It says, I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Now, I'm sorry, but when I really read this, sometimes I really slow down and read it. Like, it's crazy. When I read this, I really slow down. Like, just slow down. I will praise thee, and I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Man, God showed out when he made us. But I want you to understand, this means that you cannot keep talking to yourself like you trash. Did you just hear what I just said? And this is why I don't respect people who try to talk to me like I'm trash. I would never respect people who do that. And I can understand why people say, I don't like this person because this person talked to me like I'm trash. Maybe they have read this scripture, because they should understand that I am fearfully and I'm wonderfully made, and I just can't allow you to talk to me like I'm trash. But when you think about this, that means that you can't keep talking to yourself like you trash, and then say you believe God made you with purpose. See, you are special. You got to know this about yourself. There's something in you that God have created that is not in everybody else. I don't care because we may look the same. I don't care because we may be shaped the same, some of us. I don't care because some of us, we may even sound the same. See, I got some family members, when you hear them talk, you gonna say, oh, that sound like Mark. Yeah, I got a cousin named Jimmy right now. If you hear him teach, you'll be like, oh boy, that sound just like Mark. But that don't mean that we have the same purpose. See, we built different. You built different. Because God made you with a purpose, with something that is incredible in you. You are not perfect. So I don't want you to think that, oh, I'm waking up and I'm this perfect being. No, you're not perfect. We as humans, we have failed God. I'm sorry. We have failed. And that's why we in the situation we in right now. We not perfect. I'm just saying. But this is the thing. We are still growing. We are still growing. We still got habits to break. We still got things to work on. You just let me know who's perfect that you know. Who's the perfect human that you know? I don't know a perfect human. And that be some of our problems sometimes. We be wanting people to be perfect, and when they crush us and they do things wrong, that's why God said, trust no man. Because we not perfect and man make mistakes. You got to trust God. Yeah, but we have mindsets to renew. You are a powerful person. But you ought to understand that the same mindsets that you had when you was a kid, you got to renew those same mindsets. Yeah, we're not perfect. The same mindset you had that got you broke, you got to change your mindset. That's a new pattern. The same mindset you had that made you get out of shape, you got to renew that mindset. That's why I say we're not perfect. We have healing to do. Man, we got healing to do. But with all of that said, you have to still understand this. With all of that said, you are still fearfully and you are wonderfully made. When God made you, hey, you valuable. If you get nothing from this morning, if you get nothing out of this, you should know, look, I'm valuable. When you wake up, hey, I'm valuable. I'm fearfully and I'm wonderfully made. When you get up, hey, I'm valuable. Yeah. It don't matter what it looks like, I'm valuable. I'm still becoming. I'm just saying, when God said you are fearfully and wonderfully made. That means that you are of the highest power creation. You're God's creation. I just think that's something powerful to think about. And in Lamentations, this scripture here, Lamentations 3:22 through 23, it says, "It is the Lord's mercy that we are not consumed, because his compassion fail not." Yeah. See, they are new every morning. Look, let me finish reading this, because I don't want you to get confused. "It is the Lord's mercy that we are not consumed, because his compassion fail not. They are new every morning." They are new every morning. See, this means that every morning comes with mercy. Didn't you see at the beginning of the call, I was like, man, I'm so happy to be alive. I'm so happy to wake up and open my eyes, because when I go to sleep, I don't know if I'm gonna wake up. When I go to sleep, this food over here is not good for us half the time. I've been saying lately, I need to fast, because, hey, fasting, it burns up the impurities from this nasty food we've been eating. And I kind of been showing out a little bit, eating chips and candy and going on. But I'm just saying, but this is my mindset, because every morning it comes with mercy. Every morning it comes with a new level of God's mercy for your life. I want you to think about this, because this is something that is very serious. It's something that's to think about. It don't come with yesterday's shame, not yesterday's failure, not yesterday's heaviness or yesterday's condemnation. No, a new mercy. And if God gave you new mercy this morning, why are you waking up feeding yourself old shame? Now, if we can fix our thoughts and we can fix the way that we think, if I'm talking and I'm saying something that you like and I'm saying something that you can relate with, could you do me a favor and light this chat up with fire? I just want to know that you're receiving a good word this morning that is resonating within your spirit, of how you need to stop waking up feeding yourself garbage, and you need to wake up and feed yourself positive thoughts. You need to wake up feeding yourself, and I'm trying to just get you to a new place of productivity. This may be the reason you haven't been able to produce anything of great value in your life. Yeah, this may be that reason. I'm just saying, I'm just a messenger. I'm just a messenger. I'm not trying to do this and do that. I'm just a messenger. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. So why are you waking up feeding yourself shame? Why are you waking up pushing yourself or punishing yourself for yesterday, when God woke you up with a fresh mercy? He woke you up with fresh mercy today. I want you to write this down. If God gave you new mercy this morning, stop starting your day with old shame. Yeah. I want to give you some truth about this morning before we get to our morning affirmations. I want to give you a little truth about what we're talking about. See, a lot of people are exhausted before the day even starts, because their mind has become an unsafe place to wake up in. I'm sorry I have to be like this morning. I'm sorry I have to give you this type of truth. But sometimes people, they day be already gone because how they wake up. They mind be unsafe to wake up. You wake up and immediately you start thinking, what is wrong? That's the first thought you woke up. That's the first thought you thought, like, what is wrong? You wake up, what is missing? You wake up saying, what did not happen yet? Who left? Who disappointed you? You wake up, first thing you're thinking about is what you haven't fixed yet. And how far are you behind in your life pressure and how much you need to change. And I get it. You're so motivated to get to the next level. I get it. Life is real. Pressure is real. Bills are real. Healing is real. I get it. Responsibilities are real. But I want you to understand this. Your first thoughts of the day matter. Your first voice matters. Your first agreement matters. I'm just saying. It matters. Because the way you start speaking to yourself can shape the way that you carry your entire day. You start the day in shame, you're going to carry that day heavy. It is what it is. You start the day in fear, you wake up afraid. Oh, your day you're going to be dealing with anxiety. You're going to be so anxious that day. I know what I'm talking about because it's just who he is. If you start your day in condemnation, talking crazy to yourself, crushing yourself, you're going to carry the whole day being defeated. You ever wonder why you walk out through the day and your whole day you feel defeated? Like, dang, then you go around saying, I can't win for losing. I can't win for losing. Who made this terminology up? I can't win for losing. I want to know who made this and what day that this definition have ever been created. I can't win for losing. Have anybody ever heard of that before? Have you ever heard of that before? What state did this come from? I grew up and I would hear old people saying, I can't win for losing. Now, where does this type of terminology come from? You wake up in the morning, I can't win for losing. I'd be like, boy, these elders, they talk about the new generation and talk about how bad we are. But boy, when I talk about, where did y'all get some of that y'all language from? Boy, you can't win for losing. It had to come from the South because it sound country. That couldn't have came from the North. And I think it might have came from Mississippi. Yeah. I think it might have can't win for losing. I tell you, can't win for losing. Yeah, it had to. I think that come from Mississippi. Yeah. I think that came, it had to come from, you wake up every day, I can't win for losing. Who condemn themselves like this? You already defeated. And it's another word they say, I can't win for losing, and oh my goodness, when it rains, it pours. Now, that came from the North. That came from the North. Oh yeah, somebody says, and you got a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of. Now, why would I want to wake up thinking about a pot to piss in and the window to throw it out of? Man, I'm trying to live a luxury life. I don't want to start my day. Now I might think poverty for the rest of the day. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just saying. These sayings that we tell ourselves when we first wake up, it matters. If you start fighting yourself, as soon as you get up, your day is going to be drained. And then it's another thing. Some of us, we do this to ourselves and then we wonder why we have no patience and we have no clarity in our lives. We have no peace. We have no emotional strength no room for joy, no room to breathe. Yeah, we do. But sometimes your day did not become heavier, or your day did not become heavy later. No, you woke up heavy because the first place you went to was war within yourself. Yeah. I think at the lowest times of my life, this is what I did. I condemned myself soon as I woke up. Lee, I used to tell myself, Lee, come on, Lee. Sometimes I talk to myself, Lee. I be like, Lee, Lee, I wake up, Lee, you in bad shape, man. First thought, as soon as I get in the morning, I open up my eyes. Yeah, Lee, you in bad shape, dog. You know, you're gonna do something better, Lee. I know I can't be the only one who wake up like that. Who used to wake up like that, and in seasons of my life. And then I had to learn, okay, there's a new mindset I need to create so that I can get to the next level. I'm just saying. I love to have these type of conversations because these type of conversations, they really spark something special. I'm just saying. They spark a real special change. Yeah. This morning, I want to know who is agreeing with me to start choosing a different voice. If that is you, I want you to come in the word different. I want to know who's going to wake up in the morning and you're going to start choosing the voice of truth. You're going to start choosing the voice of grace, the voice of mercy, the voice of God. You're going to start choosing the voice that says, look, you still have work to do, but you are not worthless. You still have to heal, but you're not hopeless. Who's going to choose these type of voices? You're still growing. Yes. So you're not a failure. You still have things to fix. So you're still not disqualified. How do we wake up in the morning sometimes and we think that we are disqualified for our own voice or our own purpose? The only thing that disqualifies us is this up here. Yeah, I'm just saying. That's the only thing. That's the only thing. You may feel weak sometimes, and you may feel weak in the morning, but that's okay. You gotta still tell yourself, I'm covered. I want you to write this down. Sometimes the first battle of the day is the voice you allow to lead you before you even get out of your head. Yeah. I just want you to write it down so you can know that it's there. Now, I want to give you 3 simple points, and I want to make sure that you have them and you understand them. Okay? 3 simple points this morning. Number 1, we talked about this. Do not mistake condemnation for correction. Okay? Do not mistake condemnation for correction. We talked about in Romans 8:1, you remember? There's no condemnation for us because we're in Christ Jesus. So there's no condemnation for us. That means that, hey, condemnation is not our portion. Correction is healthy. So let's be clear. Correction is healthy. Correction says you can do better. Condemnation, you remember, it says you are nothing. So let's keep that clear right now. We're not agreeing with that. Correction says let's adjust. Condemnation says you will always fail. I'm just saying. Think about what I'm saying. Correction will tell you, look, you wake up, correction will tell you this habit needs to change. Condemnation says you are the problem. I'm just trying to get you to understand that. I don't want you to wake up just trying to destroy yourself. And you got to understand that real correction, it pushes you towards growth. And if you use this same thing and mentality in your life skills, in your relationships, and if you use this, understand what I'm saying. If you're trying to correct somebody, you don't correct them by pushing them into shame. That's condemnation. I'm just saying. All right. So look, let's go to number 2. I'm just saying, I really want you to really know the difference between holding yourself accountable and holding yourself hostage. There is a difference. There is a difference between growth, wanting growth, and hating the version of you that is still growing. There is a difference. There is a difference in saying, I need to improve, and saying, I am nothing because I haven't improved yet. There's a difference. I just want you to pay attention to that. There's a difference. And this morning, I need you to separate those voices. God may correct you, but God does not condemn you. God may convict you, but he is not trying to crush you. He does not have to crush you. Let me put it like that. He may convict you, but he don't have to crush you. God may show you what needs to change in your life, but he do not have to make you hate yourself to help you change. So when you wake up, you hear those voices, they keep telling you you're behind and you're a failure, you always mess up and all of this foolishness. You got to ask yourself, is this correction this morning or is this condemnation? It's like you should start telling yourself, why I'm waking up with this condemning type of language in my mind. I want you to write this down before we go to point 2. Accountability helps you to grow. Condemnation makes you hate the person God is still healing. All right. All right. Point number 2. Speak to yourself like somebody God is still building. Speak to yourself like somebody God is still building. Speak to yourself like somebody God is still building. Listen to what I'm saying. This is point number 2. This right here is so simple. I think that is something that you should literally just calm your mind down and just think about what I'm saying. Speak to yourself like somebody God is still building. That's point number 2. Seems like the team is having some issues with, let me see, can I pin this myself real quick? TikTok don't let us be great sometimes. I don't know what's going on sometimes. Let me see if it allows me to pin. Probably because anytime you say God, they always, I don't know. Yeah, there it is. I wanted you to see that, sometimes seeing it and you can feel it sometimes. Speak to yourself like somebody God is still building. See, in Psalms 139:14. Wow, and they removed my pen. That's crazy. Yeah, it won't let me pen. But you guys get it. Psalms 139:14, it says, I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. The reason I like this point is because I want you to focus on speaking to yourself like God is still working with you. Because you are fearfully, you are wonderfully made. He made you so special. He made you different. This means that you have to speak to yourself like you hold value. You have to speak to yourself like you hold value. And I can't believe this morning, this thing will not let me pen. Oh my goodness, that just makes me so upset. But it's good. You got to speak to yourself like God is still working on you. I tell people, I say, look, God's still working on me, man. Yeah. Hey, it is what it is. I may not be, as perfect as you think I need to be, but God is yet working on me. And I think this is something that is very special. And you have to know, I want him to work on me because this is a house that is powerful. I want him to yet build things that I don't know. I want him to build things in me like, I'm serious. This is where people struggle. This is a big reason people struggle, because you stop speaking to yourself like God is not building on you. See, you only know how to talk to yourself based on what you ain't done yet. You only know how to talk to yourself based on the mistakes you've made, based on the delay, and based on your weakness, based on your failed relationships, based on your bad decisions, your missed opportunities, based on the money. But what if today you can start speaking to yourself like God is building in you? Like he's working on something that's not finished, like a special project. I'm just saying, if you can imagine yourself being under construction, like, man, I got to speak to myself like, God, I know you working on me. Like, yeah, I'm still becoming somebody new. I'm still healing. I'm still changing. I'm still growing. Do you know I love to hear these conversations of people saying, like, I'm still healing and I'm still growing. I'm still like somebody, God have not given up on me yet. He still deals with me. Sometimes when I can't feel him, I just know he's still there. Because when somebody is under construction, you shouldn't judge like it's a finished product. Just think about it. If there's a new apartment building coming up or a new skyscraper, you shouldn't judge this like it's finished. I'm just saying. You shouldn't walk around talking about this building is ugly. It's not even finished. It's not done yet. And many of you right now, your spiritual house is not done yet. There is still structure being formed in your life. There's still foundation being laid in your life. I even look at the things that I work on and the things that I do. Most of the things that I build, hey, we're still laying foundation. So that's the way you have to think about your life. Talk to yourself like God is still building with you. You're under construction. I want you to say out loud right now, I am under construction. God is working. He's healing me. He's developing me. He's restoring me. I am under construction. You got to stop talking to yourself like the current stage is your current stage in your life is the final version. You got to stop talking to yourself like that. Yeah, you got to get that up. You got to get that up. I'm sorry. You talk like it's the end of the world. Oh, I'm so wake up in the morning. Oh, it's it for me. Lionel, count your days. Soon you wake up. Lionel, count your days. Count your days, Lionel. Soon as you wake up. I'm just saying. You understand when your patterns start changing, like you're going to be so powerful. You know, you are powerful. You just got to know how to rearrange your thoughts. I want you to write this down. Do not judge your whole life by a season where God is still building you. Do not judge your whole life by a season where God is still building you. Speak to yourself differently. Instead of saying, I'm so far behind, say this: God is still helping me to grow. Instead of saying, I always mess up, say, I am learning how to choose better. Instead of saying, I am broken, say, I am healing. I'm just saying. I'm just giving you some good techniques that's going to transform your life, because evidently, each and every one of us, we have a little growing to do. Instead of saying, I'm this broken person, no, start saying, I'm healing. We got a strange way of how we deal with pain, and we be saying stuff like this. We be telling ourselves every day. We be saying this, right? We tell people, they be like, girl, what's wrong with you, girl? Girl, I'm so broken right now. Lionel he done stepped out on me. And then I done found out what he did. We gotta stop saying that. I was talking to Lionel the other day. I'm like, bro, how you feeling, dog? He was like, man, I'm so broken, dog. I say, man, you can't be talking like that, bro. Don't come around me. You know, I'm gonna have Lionel on here one day. Y'all gonna see. You know, cause he always got. Sometimes I got to correct him, man. Like, Lionel, you can't keep doing this now. He say, I'm broken. Instead of saying you broken all the time, try saying I'm healing. Yeah. And then some people, you say, nobody cares for me. You wake up in the morning and the first thing you do, you wake your eyes and you say, nobody cares. This is what you do. Your eyes buckshot in the morning, and first thing you think, wake up, nobody cares for me. Instead of saying that, I think you should say, God is still with me. I'm just saying. I have to get on the Lionel all the time. I say, bro, don't come around me with that energy now. You know, I only let him around because, you know, he a changed man. You know, he changing. You know, and where he come from, you know, he done turned over a new leaf. Yeah. Instead of waking up saying that I can't do this, you should wake up and say, God can strengthen me. God can strengthen me to do it. Or just say simply, God can make me strong. I just think this is something deep that you should really start paying attention to. Yeah. Instead of you saying, I hate where I am, like I hate where I am. People say this, I just hate my life right now. When she done find out, you know, Lionel done went out there, you know, and he made a mistake, and, you know, he didn't mean to do it. You know, it just happened. You know, he say he got told up one day back, you know, and Now she's saying she hate her life because Lionel done went out there and got involved with her mama. And I don't know how it happened. It just happened. Got involved with her mama, nailed her mama to the cross, and now her mama went crazy. All kind of, it's a whole bunch of mess Lionel got himself in. But now his girl is saying, she wake up in the morning, I hate where I'm at. Now she hate that Lionel done put her in this situation, got the mama involved. And now the mama husband, he know Lionel, and now it's a whole big old issue. Everybody upset right now. And it's like, she waking up saying, I just hate where I am. See, sometimes life can be so ugly sometimes. Life can be so ugly. Your finances can be bad. Like, your relationship can be bad. I'm just saying. I see somebody say in the comments, my. Somebody inboxed me looking for Lionel too. Yeah, somebody inboxed me looking for Lionel. Somebody said, tell Lionel they said hi. Hey, I'm gonna tell them now. Hey, I'm trying to tell you, like, God yet working on Lionel. Y'all better quit. Yeah, like, hey. Now I'm just saying. When I read that last night after therapy session, I was crying, laughing. I'm talking about I was crying, laughing for a good 2-3 minutes. They want to see Lionel. Somebody said they coming to see a man. You know what? Let me move on. Yeah. They coming to see a man. Yeah, that what that's what they said. Lionel, boy, I tell you, boy, I gotta stop talking about you. I gotta stop talking about Lionel. But yeah, so people be like, I hate where I am. Yeah, because of your situation. Instead of saying that, you got to say stuff like, I am not staying here. But I will not shame myself while I'm passing through. I'm just saying. Some of your breakthroughs, they will not start with new opportunity. Listen to what I'm saying, because you wake up in the morning and you think that your breakthrough is supposed to be a new opportunity. No, some of your breakthroughs in your life right now, I see they still on Lionel. All right, I'm trying to tell you, but yeah, so some of your breakthroughs in your life, they start with a new conversation with yourself. I want you to write this down. The way you speak to yourself can either become a prison or a pathway. The way you speak to yourself can either become a prison or a pathway. Write that down. This is why I had to learn how to rethink myself from how my mom would talk. Because the way that she would talk would be prison. She would be afraid of everything. She want to be isolated from everything. She would be so afraid, and that fear talk. Watching the news. I don't like the news right now. I mean, of course, we watch the news, whatever, but I don't watch traditional news. How many of you right now, you watch traditional news? Don't nobody watch traditional. Man, this is 2026. I get the news on social media. Hey, I get the reels coming across my page. I don't know that many people who sitting down watching a whole news broadcast. Cause shoot, man, I don't know. How many people still read newspapers? I mean, it ain't the same like it used to be back in the day. I can see my mama right now, boy. If the news wasn't out right now, I know that's how I can probably have my dad to get her to start using social media. If we just turn the TV off, take the TV from her. Just give her nothing but a phone. I just had in my thought back in the day, like, they didn't have TV back in the day. They just had newspapers. Boy, I can see my mama right now with newspapers stacked up to here, boy. She just going through. Yeah, did you see the paper from a year ago? I got it right here. I can show it to you. But yeah. Point number 3. Let's get to the last point. Point number 3. All right, so look. This one is receive new mercy before you replay old shame. Now, we talked about this tonight. I just want you to write this down. I mean, this morning we talked about this. I'm already ready for tonight. I'm on here talking about tonight. Ooh, I'm already talking about tonight. I must be, look, I'm ready. But look, receive new mercy before you replay old shame. Now, I gave you a scripture in Limitations, right? And I was talking about it's the Lord's mercy that we are not consumed because his compassion failed not. He's a compassionate God, right? He's very compassionate. And every morning, there's something new that he gives. He gives us a new mercy every morning. So I be wanting you to realize your grace and the mercy that he gives you every single morning. So before you check your phone, mercy is there first. Before you remember yesterday's mistake, mercy was there first. Before you thought about what still hurts, you got to think mercy was there first. Before you start criticizing yourself, you got to think about it. Mercy was there first. This is a new morning. And some of you, I'm just simply telling you as a great tip that I think you should have for your mindset is to know that you have to learn how to receive mercy before you start replaying shame in your life. Receive the mercy first. Every morning you get a choice. You can replay yesterday's failure when you wake up, or you can receive today's mercy. The first thing I say when I open my eyes in the morning is, Lord, I thank you. And I go read my scripture because I really, can you honestly tell me that you know you was going to wake up this morning? Can you honestly sit here and tell me on this live, I knew I was getting up this morning? Man, you don't know. I don't care who you is. You don't know. You don't even know when your body's going to fail you. You don't even know. I'm sorry. You can have the most money. You can have the best health. You can be going to the gym every day. You can be lifting those weights. You can be doing all this stuff and you still is not in control of what's happening with your soul. You're still not in control of what's happening with your body. I'm sorry, we don't control that. It'd be some of the healthiest people in the world. And you'll be like, dang, what happened to them? Like, I never seen that coming. That's so sad. Yeah. So why wake up, why wake up every day with the shame of what you don't have and attacking yourself with, no, you should wake up first with mercy. God is yet building on me. I'm just saying. You can replay that embarrassment or you can receive compassion. You can replay the pain or you can receive the strength to move differently today. See, receiving mercy does not mean that you ignore responsibility. That's not what I'm saying. It means that you stop letting shame be the leader of your responsibility. Yeah, you can learn from yesterday without living in yesterday. You can correct yesterday without condemning yourself today. You can even be honest about what needs to change without starting your morning like you are your own enemy. I'm just saying. I want you to write this down. New mercy means yesterday can teach you without being allowed to torture you. This is what I just said. New mercy means yesterday can teach you without being allowed to torture you. So you got to remember this morning or tomorrow morning, whenever next time you wake up, before you start your day, receive mercy. Before you go to work, receive mercy. Before you respond to messages from people, receive mercy. Before you make decisions, receive mercy. Before you start helping everybody else, before you start fixing or before you start thinking about everything else you need to fix, receive mercy. Because when you receive mercy first, guess what? You move differently. You speak differently. You think differently. You respond differently. You even handle pressure and you even handle your triggers differently. Yeah, you handle yourself differently. When you receive mercy first, you stop making shame your alarm clock. You stop making criticism your morning routine. You stop letting old pain become the first voice that speaks to you every day. When you receive mercy first. I want you to write this down. Before we get to our morning affirmations, I want you to write this down. Do not let shame be your alarm clock. When God already gave you mercy for the morning, don't let it be your alarm clock. Now, I want you to repeat some things after me this morning. We're going to go into some affirmations this morning. And you know what we do whenever we get to them? What we do is, we just say, I affirmed. That's it. We say, I affirm. That's what we do. So when you repeat after me, just say, I affirmed, or I affirm. All right, here we go. Say this loud with me if you can. If you're at work already, just tap that screen for me. All right, I will not wake up and fight myself today. I will not start my day with shame. I will not let condemnation lead me. I will not talk to myself like I am the enemy. I will not replay old shame before receiving new mercy. I will not let yesterday torture today. I will not judge my whole life by one unfinished season. I am allowed to grow. I am allowed to heal. I am allowed to learn. I am allowed to breathe. I am allowed to receive mercy. I am allowed to correct myself without condemning myself. I am allowed to be honest without having to hate myself. I am allowed to need grace. I am allowed to receive strength. I am allowed to become. God is not fighting me. God is helping me. God is healing me. God is building me. God is strengthening me. God is renewing my mind. God is restoring my peace. God is teaching me how to speak to myself with truth. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am not a mistake. I am not too far gone. I am not what shame said. I am not what fear said. I am not what rejection said. I am not my worst season. I am not what my worst season said. I am still becoming. I am still chosen. I am still covered. I am still growing. I am still here. So today, I choose grace over shame. I choose truth over condemnation. I choose mercy over regret. I choose peace over pressure. I choose healing over self-hatred. Today, I will speak to myself like someone God loves. Today, I will move with grace. Today, I will walk in mercy. Today, I will choose peace. Today, I will not wake up and fight myself. Pause. Now, if you affirm that, light this comment section up with fire. If you have just received your morning affirmations, you know, my morning affirmations be the best part. I can't wait sometimes to get to it. Oh, I like to speak things over my life, and this is a practice. And you do this every day. Oh my goodness, you're gonna be unstoppable. You do this every day. You use the power of your words. Oh, you're gonna be unstoppable. I'm just saying. You do this every day, you're going to leave people behind. They're going to be like, God, how did you get so strong? Because I learned how to use my ability to speak into my life. So you thought I had to come over there and join y'all little wicked church. You thought I had to go over there and join y'all little wicked community. No, I just learned how to speak. And God began to deal with me. Yeah, he began to grow me. It's a shame that some of these organizations and people you go deal with, it's a shame that you can't get nowhere. Sometimes you can sit up in the church for years and still don't grow. I ain't bashing the house guy. I'm just saying some situations it just be what it is. I'm sorry. Sometimes you're a part of things that don't grow. I warn my kids right now, look, if you're a part of something and it's not leading you and you are not growing, that must mean if you're not going up, it must mean you're going down. I'm just saying. So as I close this morning, I just want you to hear what I have to say. You don't have to fight yourself to become better. I don't know if you heard what. You don't have to fight yourself to become better. You don't have to shame yourself. No, to become more disciplined. You don't have to hate yourself to grow. You do not have to wake up every single day and carry condemnation like it's your responsibility. There is a healthier way to change in your life. There is a healthier way for you to change. There is a softer way that you can heal. There is a wiser way that you can grow. I don't care what you've been taught. So you have to unlearn this stuff. There is a healthier way to grow. There is a wiser way to grow. I don't like when people be like, oh, you can just grow by doing this one way. What if there's another way? There is a more peaceful way to become. There is a more peaceful way to become who you are trying to become. And that does not mean that you ignore what work needs to be done. No, it means that you stop destroying yourself while you are working on it. You can grow with grace. I think somebody right now, you should come in and say, God, help me grow with grace. I'm sorry. Sometimes, grace gives you that extra boost that you don't have. It gives you that extra, that's what grace is all about. You get grace in areas that you don't have it. Okay, you don't believe me? That some of you right now, you're not smart enough. You're technically, you're not smart enough to get a new job position that you want. But sometimes you can grow with grace. You know you're not smart enough. They know you're not smart enough. But for some strange reason, when God put grace on it, it's like, boom. It's like, oh, I wasn't enough before I had the grace. Now he added the grace. Now all of a sudden, I see that I've grown. Yeah, God help me grow with grace, because I'm trying to, look, I got some stuff I'm trying to do. I got some stuff I'm trying to build right now. Let me stop saying trying. I got some stuff that I'm building and working on, especially with the reset and what I want to do. I'm like, God, look, I really technically, I can't do this alone. I'm trying to grow with grace. I'm just saying. You can change with truth. You can change. You can heal with mercy. You can become with God. So today, do not make your mind an unsafe place to live. Do me a favor. Today, don't make your mind an unsafe place to live. Do not talk to yourself worse than enemies talk to you. And I think that people say, oh, I'm my worst critic. I'm my own critic. And sometimes you live in that. You take pride in that. Don't nobody come hard. Don't nobody talk to me like this and that. But I'm just saying, don't talk to you worse than your enemies talk to you. Don't repeat old labels God never called you. Don't turn to accountability. Don't turn accountability into a self-attack. I'm just saying. Don't turn discipline into shame. Don't turn growth into self-hatred. And so, yeah, I agree. You do have things to work on, but you are not worthless. Listen to what I'm saying this morning. You do have things to work on, but you are not worthless. You're powerful. You're valuable. Yes, you may have mistakes to correct. Yes, you do. But you are not your mistake. You're better than that. Yes, you have healing to do, but you're not hopeless. Yes, you may even feel heavy this morning, but guess what? You are not alone. Yes, you may not have it all together. I'm serious. I don't know nobody who got it all together. But God is still working with you. He's yet working on you. I'm just saying. I want you to carry this today. If God gave me mercy this morning, I do not have to begin my day with shame. If God is still building me, I do not have to judge myself like I am finished. If God is still healing me, I do not have to fight the person He is trying to restore. If God is still with me, I do not have to let fear lead me. You are allowed to be unfinished and still loved by God. And I think that a lot of people, they miss this. They think that when you come to church, sometimes you got to be finished. And God don't love you unless you got everything is finished. That is condemnation. That ain't conviction. That ain't God. You are allowed to be an unfinished person and still loved by God. And to be frankly honest with you, everybody unfinished. We ain't finished until we see Him. We ain't finished until we have ran our course, until our life is over. I'm just saying. You are allowed to be healing and still be valuable. I'm just saying. Just because you need healing don't mean that you're not valuable. You are allowed to grow and still be covered. So today, what I want you to do, I want you to speak different. I want you to think different. I want you to respond different today. I want you to move different, choose different, protect your peace different. And I want you to stop waking up and fighting the person God is trying to heal. This is your morning reset.